All right, man. It looks like Akademiks is going on a tour talking about the situation with Figgs and Dave Free. And everybody knew that this was going to happen. Everybody see, and I don't even see this is why you should never trust Act, man. You know, Figg and them tried to give Act the benefit of the doubt, thought he was cool, you know. And they probably did that because he got a large platform and all that stuff. So, you know, they just try to tie in with, you know, the person that they probably feel like has, I mean, hated or love it. You know, Akademiks does have a very, he has a fan base that listens to him religiously, and his voice does make waves in these hip hop media streets, whether you like it or not, whether it's for good or it's for bad. And I can give him his credit on that. I can give him his credit on that. So I can understand why they're trying to keep Akademiks in his back pocket, you know, just in case. But just kind of backfired because now we already knew that Kendrick didn't like TDE. And anybody affiliated with TDE, he just needed a reason just to go at him. So now it seems like he finally has his reason, even though he's the one that brought this to the internet. He's the one that brought this situation to the internet when Dave Free privately approached him. Akademiks is the one that came to the internet and told his side of the story. Now, the other side, like, hold on, bro, that ain't what happened. So they told their side of the story. So now here we are. And now we got Akademiks on the phone with Adam 22 talking about the situation.
By Dave Free, you got the internet in a frenzy, and we talking about Akademiks.
What's cracking?
What's going on, man? Hey, we seen you with these harsh words for Figg community. We're hearing about you potentially getting pressed by Dave Free. You got the internet in a frenzy, and we talking about it.
How's off you? If you just told me that I could finish off your dirty work. Hey, listen, I was just confused. I'm like, they can't even handle Adam. Why they come in that big act?
Yo, bro, that's the crazy shit about it is that I can't really see Trell doing the same thing that he does to everybody else, because everybody else, he says, fuck you, fuck your mama, you's a bitch. I don't think that he can really do that to somebody that he considers to be like a god or like, you know, someone who's so much more popular than him, because he's like, mentally, he's a slave to people who are more popular. Like, I don't doubt for a second that he would suck Kai Cenat's dick for a drop of the clout.
What they called Ak and Kai Cenat big bro?
For sure.
Both of them was big bro?
I can't understand how they instantly came with this, like, fabricated thing. Put it like this. I'll give you the recap. So I'm voluntarily going to wherever I need to go. I know Kendrick's going to have the best, not best, but definitely the highest grossing tour. I wanted to see it. I had tickets in Jersey. I missed it. I was actually on stream. I said I'm going to make it to a show. The only show I could make it to was the Detroit show. I go there.
What about the LA show? They don't never bring up the LA show when he said that he was going to come. Why they don't talk about the LA show? Exactly. Since you want to go everywhere, that you want to go, why ain't go to the LA show?
Listen, keep in mind, I'm a civilian. I'm not no.
Hey, bro, that civilian shit trash, bro.
So I'm just cooling, right? So I go to the show. Now here's the thing: I could have went to the show on some 6ix9ine shit. I could have.
What does that mean? 6ix9ine wouldn't even win. What that mean, Act? What are you talking about?
You say you could have snitched, nigga.
I mean, 6ix9ine on O-Block took a couple pictures and dipped,
right,
and posted it afterwards. But that's not what I'm not even trying to antagonize him. You get what I'm saying? So, brother, I literally start posting in the concert. Also, if I was, you know, like I'm hoping not to see no one, I knew somebody was gonna tell them.
Hey, hold on, so hold on. Antagonizing, not saying I'm gonna send you to Tupac, Nipsey, Draco, King Von. That's not antagonizing?
Facts.
Brother, if somebody say
there we go. Thank you, man. Press that boy. Niggas be letting him off. Letting him off, bro. Like, he always antagonized. I don't know who this dude is, but that's what I'm talking about. Put pressure to this whole ass nigga. This nigga always antagonizing. Right? He always do that. He always gotta bring up Nipsey. He always gotta be disrespectful. So I'm glad somebody had the balls enough to tell this fuck nigga about his fuck behavior.
Put hands on you, sounds like they antagonize you. Absol said when he see me, he gonna slap me. So I told him, after he slapped me, he's gonna be at a Juice WRLD and Nipsey concert.
No, stop playing on me. So Akademiks a killer. Akademiks a killer then.
No.
Akademiks a killer. He a killer. He got dirt locked up. Akademiks got dirt locked up.
Wait, Act, did you have security with you or you don't?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you rolling?
Brother, I'm rolling. First of all, I'm rolling everywhere with security. I'm
okay.
not ops. The fuck?
Yeah, man, I was in New York with no security. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. It was getting
you're King Bill.
No, hold on. I'll tap in with some hood niggas, but I'm also tapping with security.
Man,
shit, if I could, I might make sure I have my pistol on me because I'm a licensed carrier.
He located from St. Louis. If St. Louis is security, automatically attack.
I'm about to bring some Charleston white base. I'm doing that too. Again, I move around like my life is in threat, so you gotta just move accordingly. But anyway, it wasn't that type of vibes. Anyway, Anthony Celeb pulled up. Me and we talked. Again, I don't got no problem with TDE, PG Lang, whatever the case is. And then afterwards, Dave Free pulled up.
Yeah.
Okay? I pretty much told the story. I said, listen, this happened. Remember, if I wanted to make it look crazy, I could have ducked off, don't post, take two sneak pictures, dipped out, start trolling online. Didn't do none of that. I got online voluntarily afterwards, and I said, let me tell people what happened. Right? Also, I don't know if they were on some funny shit, because when I was having
Exactly. Why you got to go to the internet and tell everybody what happened? Because it seemed like you wanted to get in front of the bullet. That's what I'm getting out of this. Like, he was such in a hurry to tell everybody what happened, right? So it seemed like he wanted to jump in front of the bullet before the story got out. So he wanted to, give his side of the story.
having a conversation. I had a conversation with Anthony, and that was good. We exchanged numbers.
Okay, but the part that stood out to me when you were telling the story, everything seemed pretty normal, but then there was one part where you said, I'm not saying that he was crying when you were talking about Dave Free, and it kind of felt like you were saying that he was crying, or that he was doing something close to crying.
Yeah, he was crying.
Exactly.
That's like the reverse of a
I see crying, but like I'm looking him in the eyes, and it's watery a little bit, but it's not crying. It's
like he was passionate. He was about to cry.
Yeah, right. Because think about it, like Dave Free, like this was probably more upsetting to Dave Free than anybody else in a sense, because he was not really that much of a public figure, and now like literally everybody in the fucking rap game knows his name and knows about these crazy allegations that they were never proven, but probably a lot of people still have doubts.
Yeah, 100%. But here's the thing, and he admitted it too. It's just like, bro, at the end of the day, y'all call Drake a pedophile. Drake said what he said about y'all. He's basically saying homie's kidding his. He's making fun of this person. He's talking about Kendrick's women and shit like that. Yo, at the end of the day, I'm gonna just keep it being about both sides.
Yeah, why is Act responsible? Hold on, no.
For why is Act responsible for what Drake said?
Is Act OVO?
No.
Hold on. Act, is you OVO?
If I'm a media person now.
No. Are you OVO? You part of that camp?
Drake my nigga, but I'm not an OVO.
No. It seems like you picked a side, right?
Munchie B is like, he's such a blood that he got to side with these bloods too.
No.
Big blood.
Because I watch academic shit.
They all bloods.
No.
Here's the point.
I watch OVO.
But here's the thing though. Put it like this. I look at like if any idea that I could get press sounds crazy to me, because I ain't seen not one TDE PG Lang nigga slide on OVO, and I ain't seen one OVO nigga slide on PG Lang.
That's a rap beef.
Yeah, that's kind of my whole point. Like, why is Act accountable?
If they have it, why would we talk
Because
about
they could get to him. They could get to Act. They can't get to the boy.
That's weak.
No. They could get to him. They know that nigga live. Everybody got addresses on public. What I'm trying to say is that, you see, when I look at rap beef, this is why I pull up, because it can't be that serious to y'all. I've covered Chicago before niggas get shot.
Let me ask you a question, man.
That serious between them.
Aunt Hefe has a question.
It can't be that serious.
What are you saying, Aunt?
I want to ask him a little question. He said something about
Aunt Hefe has a question.
man, what's up, Act, man? You was kind of going in about West Coast podcasters versus you need to bring some Chicago podcasters to the table or something like that.
What the fuck they gonna do?
Hey,
What about them?
Hold on.
What about them?
The truth though. There's too much podcasting happening on the West Coast discussing fades, all these other things that's about violence, and I never hear about the violence.
Hey, but guess what? Hey, bro. The real podcasters, they not really talking about doing it to nobody.
Yeah, no, for real.
The gangbangers is podcasters, they not talking about hurting nobody.
Yeah, no, for real. And all you gotta do is look at a million hits though, because we ain't gonna
to like people
broadcast a lot of
like Trell. They talking about fades, this, that, and thirds. Yo, marked out. I've never seen them do shit.
They can barely move around. Never mind fight.
Nah, but
mean, he's not.
But see, you gotta keep in mind these people that you catching at their podcast stage. What about before they became podcasters?
You think T-Rail got a body?
No, I'm not talking
During their
about
mobility phase.
I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about West Coast podcasters. Before they put a camera in their face or a microphone, they
Hold on.
I'm talking about they got history before that.
Bro, Smack gets money from the government for just being slow.
No, but I'm not talking about
I respect that, but the equivalent
Adam, what the fuck wrong with Adam? Adam's going crazy.
Wait, what'd you say?
you don't DJ no more. So it's like we hearing about things that niggas not doing. And again, most of the people giving these opinions and saying whatever, they're saying what should happen.
Nah, for real.
Like, again, we're not hearing about current shit. This is why also I was a little confused by the T-Rail shit, because I'm like, bro, just get an opinion on music. You got a POV. That's different from mine. That's cool.
But you gotta understand.
Hey, but he grew up in that West Coast podcast.
They glaze TDE. They like are so desperate.
Yeah.
They put all their eggs in the Kendrick bucket. Like they just are gonna glaze Kendrick until one day they get an interview with him. And I think this is the thing you're forgetting about is when you were in LA last time, you pulled up and did a podcast with me, Wack, Trap Roz, etc. You didn't go with them because their shit is ice cold right now, and I think they hold that against you.
No, that's not
Hold on. Did they reach out to him?
They probably didn't even bother. I don't know. Maybe.
So you can't say they didn't reach out to him. So you can't say that.
No,
I think they're salty.
Act wasn't with
Here's the
him.
thing, though.
Did they reach out?
Don't matter.
You gotta get the conversation.
Because you were dissing T-Rail and Smack, but I noticed that you weren't saying nothing about AD. I feel like you still feel a closeness to AD.
Because AD never said nothing about it. Again, these guys came with a
Well, it's too late now because AD said, nigga, it's up and it's stuck.
narrative, right, about an event that they're saying Act got marked out by some LA whoever at the show. And I wanted to, again, since it feels like West Coast podcasting loves to, litigate this marked out phase. I'll ask y'all the question. If you a gang member, you gangster, and you supposedly have issues with somebody who's a civilian, who's pussy, who ain't like that, you never show up to where he's at. He shows up to where you're at. Y'all had a conversation. You tell me what's the gangster thing to do after that. Talk about how this is how the conversation went. I was willing to leave it alone. We had a conversation like men, like most men would do. And now I'm hearing T-Rail, and
And you ran to the internet. What about that don't he understand? He the one that ran to the internet trying to make it seem like Dave Fee was crying. What about that don't this bitch ass nigga understand? It's all because of you, nigga. You the one ran to the internet talking about Dave Free was emotional. Looked like he was about to start crying. That's a narrative that you put out on your own. Damn.
They're the mouthpieces for PG Lang or TV, whatever. But now I gotta correct this. I gotta correct this. Because again, especially, you know, and again, I know y'all from the West Wing probably in that room because I know how to call. Y'all tell me who gets the gangster points.
Well, that was my homies who got smashed. I said if that was my homies, I think they try to be more professional and corporate or whatever TV. I'm saying, but I don't know, but my group of friends, peers, and homies, it would have been bad because you said you gonna send people to the clouds and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
If he got touched, he said that.
Absolutely started that issue with me. This was
No. That's overstood. I'm just saying. I think it went that way because they trying to be professional, corporate, whatever. However they did it.
Well, I mean, again, when somebody says that, of course it could go anyway. I don't think those people showed up on behalf of Absol. But here's the point, and I do agree. And that's what I'm saying. When I told the story, I kept it respectful. I never said, and again, maybe I did go, again, I didn't mean to do this crying. I really meant he's passionate. I'm talking about Dave Freeze.
That's what I'm
That was very different.
That was Adam putting extras on the crying, bro.
He said it.
No, but you said it.
He said he wasn't crying, but I'm like, why would you say he's not crying? Obviously, none of us are crying.
Nah, if you say he's not crying,
the way you said it though.
but that's implying that he was crying.
So, all right, so cool. So I try to speak on the situation, but here's the thing: I understand the internet has a reputation of me, so they want me to basically just bow down, like, oh yeah, they pumped me. No, we had a good conversation. I literally said it was a little bit of give and take. Part of what they were saying is like, hey, some of the trolling after the battle, you know, it comes from fans, but some of it comes from, you know, some pages you're associated with. Like, bro, that's unnecessary. And I said, listen, there's things that's being said on the opposite side that's being said that people, because the people that are on my page are like fans as well. That's why it's kind of, and I said, yo, both artists need to get together. Y'all can't come in immediately. If y'all artists are saying, yo, why is this man's wife being dragged in it still? Why is this person being dragged in it? You call them a pedophile. Yo, y'all artists got to lower the tensions among fans. Fans ain't here to make decisions for y'all, neither the media. So that's why I said they were, to me, the entity, especially Dave Free pulled up on me with, it wasn't of a winner. It was somebody who was saying, why is this shit going on like this still? And I'm like, what did y'all think was going to happen when y'all came out the gate calling a man a pedophile?
So, yo, I have another question. It's what do you think T-Rail's strategy is going to be with you? I feel like you did enough that you disrespected them to the point where they got to do something. And we've seen T-Rail handle this in a specific way, which is talking shit and saying, you ain't shit, your mama ain't shit, fuck your mama, fuck your kids. I don't think he's going to do that to you because I think he knows that he'll get packed up. So I think everybody, myself included, is waiting to see what kind of energy he's going to have. Now, if this does become a full-on war, I got a lot of ammunition for you. I got access to the paperwork from his bankruptcy. I'm out here.
You crazy. Let me save you the suspense. One thing I don't like about you, Adam, and you know you my peer, okay? Like you sitting at the same table as me.
I've been going easy on T-Rail. I feel like you might not want to be so easy.
Here's the thing. One thing with you like the guy who's on the varsity team and you go to the middle school park and try to cook everybody. Like the fact that you've been trying to, like, at a point, like T-Rail or whoever can say, you know, whatever in their response, but if I wouldn't dignify with back and forth, I'll be honest with you. And the back and forth really is, brother, like, you helped keep a lot of things afloat. I'm not going to do it. That's not my job. You know what I mean? Again, honestly, I don't even have nothing against him. I just had to address because I seen, you know, some people say they were doing the joking manner, so I shouldn't take it serious. But again, I feel like they're close enough to that situation over there. They're speaking on a conversation and a situation that now I got to start turning up. So now, like, I could have went full troll on it. Like, I know I could have left that concert and said, man, that niggas is soft. They pussy as fuck. Nigga, like, I went up in there, nothing happened. Bro, I never did that. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't the tone. But when they start with this, yo, he got marked out, they got told to sit down. That's why I keep telling them there's a video of it. Tell niggas to put the video out. Tell them to put the video out. Not that I'm tough, because everybody knows academics. I'm not tough. But it will show that these people who you think are super gangsters, no, they're just businessmen, bro. Like, we had a conversation like two businessmen.
Hold on. They'll be a businessman, don't mean they ain't gangsters, though.
They're not gangsters.
Look, let me ask this question.
I'm not talking about Dave.
I'm not talking about back on Figg. I'm talking about y'all the conservative.
Exactly. He over there talking about gangsters. Dave Free ain't a gangster. He a businessman, so he approachable business. See, what Akademiks is trying to do, he's trying to mix what they got going on with Dave Free. Dave Free ain't them type of niggas, so he approach you like a businessman. He got a lot to lose, so he ain't just come and approach you and just bombed out on you. Now he come and approach you like a man. Yo, what's up? What you saying is real, or just some podcast stuff? And I'm sure he looked into your face like this. Say, bro, is you saying, do you mean what you saying? Or is it some podcast stuff? And that's probably the look that he gave him, boy. Akademiks nutted up. Oh, no. It's just podcast. It's just podcast. So that's the temperature I think Dave Free came with. Like that real serious, no smirking. Hey, say, man, let me holler at you. That stuff you be saying on your podcast, you be serious about that? what's just some podcast stuff, homie?
Conversation.
Hey,
Respectful.
But, yeah, it's a respectful conversation, and
Right.
that's where we should leave it. You know what I mean? So I didn't leave that conversation saying, "Oh yeah, I checked him, I did this." Oh no. So really, my words ain't really have nothing to. I'm not even giving words to Dave Free or Anthony because I leave that conversation as meant. I'll address the two stooges over there. You know what I mean? I think I don't know.
The two stooges.
One nigga got one leg, one nigga got one hand. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
6 limbs between the two of them, to be fair.
Yeah, no, T-Rail is definitely a retard. But I think one thing you're forgetting is that his wife is like broke as fuck too. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they play this.
But here's the thing that I'm confused about. Act like supposedly.
Wait, oh yeah.
No, but-
It's up.
But Ack, here's the thing that I'm confused about. Like, isn't this supposedly like a victory lap essentially for Kendrick? He just won the beef. He's got the ups. Why does Dave Free even feel compelled to bang on a media personality? That no, I'm not.
It got
That
personal,
leads-
bro. He
Yo, what's wrong with this dude right here? Something off about this dude. I don't know what it is, but something seemed off with him. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. It's an interesting cast right here.
he was using a bar that went viral about him having kids.
I understand that, but he didn't
That's
say
supposed
the
to
bar.
be his clients.
But regardless, all Ack is doing is
So you asked a
reacting.
dumbass question.
No, all Ack is doing is giving his 2 cents. Why is that? Why should Ack
I
be
just answered your
held
question
accountable
though.
for that?
Jay Freefield.
Why should Act be held accountable? Because he has a large platform. With great power comes great responsibility. Have you not heard that phrase before? So you can't just come up in here and say these outlandish things thinking you're not going to give no pushback. You're going to get pushback on it. Men should be held accountable for what they say and all this trolling, all this. But nah, man, like men got to be men at the end of the day. So a lot of cowards like DJ Akademiks, they hide behind, oh, I'm just trolling. You trolling at 33? You trolling at 40? You trolling at, oh, nah, nigga, you mean what the fuck you was saying. So now that we face to face, what's up, partner? Fuck all this. Anyway.
Dave Free's supposed to feel the way about that. He got made into a bar in a tweet somebody could use.
I ain't doing.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point.
No.
He didn't do that.
But Akademiks is a huge supporter of Drake, and this is like he takes it very personal. If Drake takes
But Kendrick won the beef.
No.
So you should be like, oh.
Bro, shut the fuck, nigga. Is DJ fucking you? Yeah, you look like you like it on top or something. Nigga, shut up. What's wrong with this? Something I don't know who this is, but this nigga, shut up, bitch. He ain't talking to you. He talking to Akademiks.
What's up, Akademiks? The media guy that was supporting.
He wanted beef in totality, but we talking about invasive things like that hit nerves. He wanted beef to the world. But
Yeah.
the little bars that stick to these people that is direct darts.
Still not Ack fault.
So, but why would Dave Free care if he wanted beef if he called it a straight bully?
Again,
So he's supposed to feel away. He had a
Facts.
conversation
Not about
about
Ack, though.
No. See, that's why I call you a glazer, bro.
Facts.
Why?
Facts. He's a glazer. Hey, I like this dude right here. He's straight up. I like this dude right here. He calling all this shit out, man. Big facts on this, nigga. You's a fucking dick sucker.
I disagree.
No,
Why?
because it's understandable why he feel away. They had a conversation about it, got to understand it, and it's cool.
Facts.
But you try to
No. That's not my point. That's the point is.
Yeah, by the way, and
You don't get cool
Dave
points
Free,
for that,
again,
right?
I think I've been trying to because I have respect for both conversations I had.
Let me end it off right here, and we're gonna do part 2 because shit, I'm already 18 minutes. So we're gonna do part 2 on my next video. All right, so y'all leave a comment down below. DJ Akademiks being a little gossip bitch, talking to Adam 22. And I like this guy right here, man, because he over here giving some pushback and all these dick suckers over here just glazing. All right, so see you on the next video.